And I believe we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and post our link everywhere. Harass all the NBA crew to get in here. Um, Now last time I started my stream for the NBA reviews, our boy Ethan may or may not have been upset with the ping I used, so I'm just gonna ping him instead.
What ping did you use that made him upset?
The matches tag.
Oh, just use at here.
No, I
Make him
don't think
even
I'm
more
allowed
mad.
to use that one in the NBA server.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hashtag
Oh,
mod
that's
abuse.
disappointing.
Um.
Oh yeah, true. I can see my thing lighting up.
Do 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 do. What was the one in this one? Version. Do 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 do. I guess you can't hear the background.
Nothing like some good lo-fi Pokemon music.
Dude, this playlist is always so good. It's hard to go wrong with this, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Um.
Brings you back to your childhood when you had, like that 21 Pilots song where you just gotta enjoy the childhood times when there were simpler days.
Okay, anyways, there we go. I'm done doing my little post my link everywhere, harass people to join type shit. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly replay review. We have a returning guest with us tonight. We have Mr. Overmat, Mr. Thanos of the NBA himself. Let me just move this over. There we go. And we're back. It just finished week 6 of NBA regular season, and we also had quarterfinals for was it quarterfinals or semifinals?
Semis.
No, semis is coming up though.
No, that was semis for the NHL. Like, it's the finals now.
Oh, it's finals. Oh shit.
Man's team is in the finals and he doesn't even realize it.
No, I thought there was another matchup still.
Oh, there's a third place match as well.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a third place match. Oh shoot. Wait. Oh dang. Oh, I totally misunderstood that. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, wait. Where's the announcement for that? Oh, first we have our third place game. Oh, wait. That means you guys lost?
Yeah, we lost.
I didn't watch that game. Oh shoot. Okay, wait. I gotta see that game. Okay, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyways, so we also have the NHL. We also have some other news to talk about because they just did the big Pokemon Presents just this last Friday, which was also my birthday. So thank you for everyone who came out and wished me happy birthday for that. I had a great time. Even if I didn't stream as long as I was originally planning, but I had to enjoy myself a little bit, so take some time off. But yeah, so Gen 10 is officially announced. We have 3 new starters. What did you think of the starters, Matt? I know everyone's said their piece probably about it, but
I mean, they're exactly what I was expecting the Nintendo company to release. I mean, it's no secret that company has long been run by whatever is going to sell the most merch. So the fact that they picked 3 popular pets and a bird, a Pomeranian, and a gecko is not particularly surprising to me.
I think the craziest thing about this generation of starters is that they look so much more like other types of media. Like, a lot of people said that the gecko looks like a Littlest Pet Shop and the bird looks like an Angry Bird. So it's like, it's
Yeah.
really wearing the like inspirations on its chin, kind of. But I liked all their designs. I'm a number one Brout hater. I think he looks ugly, but I also think that's why a lot of people like him, so I can respect that. Um, but I am cautiously optimistic about the look of Gen 10 because the trailer did look good, but unfortunately, it looked good for a game that should have come out 5 years ago. So I'm still like, after Scarlet and Violet and Gen 8 and 9, like they really got to up the ante, and I just feel like they're always behind the ball. So, and then there's also been some news about Pokemon Champions has been coming out, which is, I don't know, dude. I have a feeling it's going to be a disaster, but I really want it to be. I really, really want Pokemon Champions to be good because I think it's such a big way of getting more people into the game, and getting more people like understanding how competitive Pokemon plays. And I'm just worried that it's going to actually do the opposite effect and kill the competitive scene for a lot of people. So I don't know.
I share the exact same worries.
Yeah, but the good news is that Pokemon Showdown stonks are at an all-time high. And with some of the news, everyone's like, well, guess we're using Pokemon Showdown forever, and I'm all here for it. We love Pokemon Showdown, so
Yeah.
but yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it, I guess.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
The other news is all like, expected minor updates to already existing games. The one craziest thing I've seen though is that Pokopia, the new like Animal Crossing like cozy game, is getting like a 90 on most gaming review sites.
Seriously.
So it is like currently like the highest rated Pokemon game of all time, which is nuts.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's
But
not even like
honestly,
a traditional
I
Pokemon game.
believe it.
So
That's why it's good.
damn. Anyways, let's just get right into some replays from there, I think. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I think that's mostly it. I'll have some more news about myself at the end, probably, but we got to get on with the show. It is already past 9:30, so it's not the easiest time.
Sounds
for
like
everyone.
a plan.
So the first replay that was submitted for this week was Shinoshin versus Gensuzu Hikaru Des. Notably, actually, I wanted to pull up the standings for All-Star real quick. We'll probably look at the other standings in the other divisions as well, but All-Star has been crazy standings right now because currently there is a lot of people at 3-3, which means that playoffs odds are getting real tough to make.
By the way, you when you were pinging the NBA chat, you just pinged at Naheima. You didn't. I don't think anyone actually realizes you're streaming right now.
I know. Well, because last time I got in trouble for pinging someone for everyone else. I could just ping like.
Just do it.
Just do it. Okay.
Blame me.
07s. Anyways, but yeah, the standings in the All-Star division are absolutely insane right now. The most insane thing to me, honestly, is that Riceman is 6-0.
Yeah.
Because he had the lowest rated team in All-Star at the start of the season, and he's even said himself he has no idea how he's been winning all these games. But the games that he's won have not been like, they've been dominant wins. He's consistently played better. There's been some games that were close and could have gone either way, but
Yeah, he 1-0'd me, I think. But I mean, let's take a look at who he's played. I know he beat me 1-0. Very close game. But I think he's just to the right on the scroll bar.
Yeah, he's a plus 15, right? So,
yeah, no, I'm just curious who he's played, like which players he's played.
Oh yeah, Raceman. Yeah, so notably, he had a 2, a 4, a 4, a 3, a 4, and a 3. Wait, what was he at?
Honestly, his schedule. Am I the only one he's
Oh, sorry,
played
no,
with a-
sorry. No, he had 1 left. So 1, 3. I read it backwards. 1, 3, 3.
Yeah, he beat me 1-0.
2, 2, 4. Yeah, so very, very like, not necessarily like 6-0s, not very dominant games, but definitely like consistently
His team's good.
dominant wins. And then beyond that, yourself are plus 15. You have the same record as Riceman, but with only 4 wins. So like your wins, if we look at your thing real quick, have been super dominant.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I lost to Viaz after, Oh, I know we debated it the last time I was on stream, but I kind of just lost that game from a bad freeze on Zapdos, and then I lost to the aforementioned Riceman from a hurricane miss. So.
Whereas a lot of the other
but
games
you know
are
what?
like 4-0.
Yeah, I don't think I've lost more than 2 Pokemon in any of the other games.
Yeah, fair.
That said, I'm also planning on doing trade-ins. I think at the end of this week, which will actually play you this week.
Yeah, I was gonna say we actually play each other this week, which is crazy.
This is probably a must-win for you, eh?
So technically, I could qualify if we look at standings right now. I could qualify for playoffs with 4 and 4 because so many people are currently 3 and 3. However, I need to have really good diff, and so
4 and 4 is going to be the cutoff for sure.
Yeah.
It's just going to be who has the upper diff of the 4 and 4s.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I'm definitely prepping my heart out for this weekend next week. Because not only do I play you, I also play Zap, and as much as Zap is doing terribly this season at 2 and 4 and -8, Zap is historically one of the most dangerous players in the All-Star division.
Yeah.
So definitely not someone I can slouch on in the slightest. And Zap also plays a very setup-focused playstyle, which I'm notoriously pretty bad against. So definitely gotta bring every little bit of tech I can. And like even some of the 4 and 2 players are not necessarily safe.
No.
No,
I'd say no one other than maybe me and Riceman. I think it'd be pretty hard for me to miss out, just given the diff. But
yeah,
I'd have to
even
get
if you
beat
get 6-0
real bad.
twice, you're still at +3. So
Yeah.
but Viaz he's only +4 at 4 and 2, and so if he loses both his next games, and he plays Zap and Leezy, we're currently pretty low in the standings, but not players you can sleep on. Unfortunately, Leezy had to take over for Polito Shark because he had to drop this season. But yeah, that's kind of where that's at. So
It's
yeah,
the closest All-Star's ever been, actually. Like, there's been no free wins anywhere.
yeah. There's been a couple games I think. There's definitely like difference in player styles that kind of came out, but generally speaking, most of the games have been like extremely back and forth and close.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you too.
Well, I
for
mean,
the drink water redeem.
I think anyone other than I think Baby Dragonzard and Weeheezy are probably the only 2 that are probably confirmed not making the playoffs, but
Yeah, Zard. So Zard won last season, and has had a terrible running this whole season. And
yeah,
I don't think it's been because of his team or like the games. I think it's just been like he just his opponents outplayed him, and like I don't think there were like hacksy games. It's just he had a tough lineup of game after game that just did not go the way he wanted. And let me see, where was
yeah, if you're not fucking with your team, I mean, there's just no, like, if you're not playing the team well because you're not feeling it, like, unfortunately this division is merciless. Like, it's not gonna, I mean, he has had 2 forfeit losses, it looks like, so.
Oh, that sucks, yeah. But no, like the first 3 weeks were you, Zap, and Shinoshin, which I think is a pretty tough way to start out the season. And he's also still got to play Riceman this week, so
yeah,
yeah, definitely not an easy season at all.
No.
So yeah, like, but he definitely earned his win last season, so can't really hold that against him. Just every season it's a new ball game, and if you don't pull up with your A game, or if something happens, sometimes you just don't make it. So, and like I'm on shopping block. Like everyone who's currently 3-3, if we look at the home here, everyone who's 3-3 is currently on the chopping block. Even against Suzu, if he loses twice, like at +9 diff, that's not gonna save you.
Safe.
So
no, he needs to win at least one of the two. He's the favorite of the 3-3s to make it, because he's definitely in if he wins one of his two. But I mean that he needs to win. Who is he playing the last 2 weeks?
So Gensuzu is playing Azzy and Dicey
Two
Rice.
other people that are 3-3. So
yeah, no, lots of competition there. I'm playing you, who is currently 4-2, so you're kind of locked in. So you don't have as much on the line as I do. But Zap, if he has any chance of making playoffs, has to win against me.
Yeah, he has to win this week, and he has to win big. He can't just win small this week. He needs a big win.
Yeah, big win. Even I might have to start going for a big win.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt you. I mean, a +1 win. I mean, ultimately, if you win +1, like, it's good, but
yeah,
it means you're not safe the next game. Because if you lose bad the next game, you probably won't make it.
You're out. Yeah, exactly. And like if Zap, like if it comes to, Zap is at 3-5, and I'm at 5-3. If he goes for a big win, he could overtake me in the standings. Like if he tries to go for a 6-0 win, I still have to play my heart out to make sure I'm not losing to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. I mean, I don't have any prediction other than I'm pretty confident myself and Riceman will make it. Other than that, I think it's a toss-up from 3 to pretty much. Like, I think it's a stretch for Bunhara to make it, so I'll say 3-13 is realistically, I think, the spread.
Anyways, let's get into our first replay, which was Shinoshin versus Gensuzu, which was a game that mattered a lot for the current standings.
Yeah.
Because they were both in the upper rankings of the top 8, but now Gensuzu is a little bit closer to losing. Mild spoilers for the results of this, but this game was really close, and I really enjoyed it.
Let's start with the Terras.
Yeah, so it was Terra Ghost on the Iron Hands, and also Terra Ghost on Hydrapple.
Ghost.
So they kind of called each other's bluffs into the Ghost on Ghost, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah. I also think
well, they both have spinners, right? They both have very good hazard setters, and they both have very good spinners. So
yeah, exactly. It makes a lot of sense in that regard as well. But it's also like, well, now that you're both Ghost, if you both Terra, you're now potentially losing to Terra Blast from each other. So, and they're both about the same speed tier in the lower speeds. So.
Yeah, they're very similar. I think Iron Hands is maybe a bit quicker.
I remember checking this. Sure, I think that technically Hydrapple's a little bit faster.
205. Well, it's 205 for Hydrapple. What's Iron Hands hit? Max speed. If you just put your cursor over the spirit.
Oh yeah, 218 versus.
Yeah, Hands is just quicker.
Oh dang. Okay, yeah. That matters a lot then.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, so we got Hammerot and Arcanine as leads.
Arcanine makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of physical attackers on this team. Like the only real special attackers are Coco and maybe Uxie.
And, Uxie maybe, if you can even call that an attacker.
And Samurott is like an easy free lead most of the time.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Unless like you lead Mega Delayed into this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a safe lead.
Wait, it just gets the flip turn.
Yeah, flip turn's a smart play there. You can't really risk clicking like Cecil's Edge into something that can wisp you or close combat you.
Now, I'm pretty sure this also, later on in the game, will reveal that it is in fact Scarf. I'll have to double check that as we go through, but it was faster there, but usually Samurott runs a lot of speed, and Arcanine maybe doesn't, so it could have been that it was just, speed creeped.
We have a Toxic Excadrill, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like defensive Toxic Stealth Rock makes sense here. Because Excadrill kind of struggles to actually break Iron Hands, even with Stab Earthquake, especially because it's a Terra Captain.
Yeah, Toxic absolutely makes sense there. If anything, it should probably be Toxic Sub.
It doesn't have to be. Like, it might need 2 attacks, right, if it's rocks.
Big damage.
The immediate Terra, actually, here, too, is huge.
Yeah, I think the double Nasty Plot there is pretty damn greedy there. Like, I get that...
Wait, I get for that one Nasty... Oh, he went for 2.
Well, they went. So the turn they got killed, they went for the second plot, right? Like, I get why they did it because the psychic doesn't kill, but I think you just got to take the damage there on Hydrapple rather than
Oh, yeah, no, you're
plotting
right.
again because that's a bit greedy in my opinion. I get it, but
Maybe
I
they
think
just
in
didn't
that
expect that
situation,
Terror Blast to do that much. Because 75
probably
was a
not.
lot.
Yeah,
It could have just not been
but
Spit F invested.
yeah, I still think that's a pretty bad blunder by Gensuzu there.
It could also just been like
Hazards
a
are
call out that
up.
they didn't respect. So
Yeah,
so this here, these T spikes going up,
it's big.
are really big. This being double hazards and Gensu just letting it do its thing so you can get screens up.
Yeah.
It's a tough call because it could be correct to stay in and get like screens up again, but it could just be like you're potentially risking losing to all these hazards now.
Yeah. So pause here. I was gonna say before the Hydrabble. I mean, you have to if you're against Suzu here. After so you've volt switched in on this Quillfish. Your Iron Treads comes in, and you take nothing from Bar Barrage because you're immune. Pause here. There is no world where you don't expect them to hard double Hydrabble here. Like, I get you want to click Rapid Spin. I don't see a universe where you can click Rapid Spin knowing Hydrabble's coming in.
Well, he just goes for rocks, so I was like, I don't know where
Which
you're going.
is the right play.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
I
gonna
didn't
say,
know what
I
he
thought
put
you were
there.
gonna say, oh, he should double to Samurott to catch Hydrabble coming in, or like.
Oh no, I think the rocks were fine there.
But yeah, and then like this Earthquake into Earth Power, it's Shookaberry too, so it does 24 after the Shookaberry and the screen.
That Quillfish is just dead. I mean, these hazards are putting in work on both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. This was just a whole.
Yeah. Oh, he switches out.
Well, you had to because Electric Train ended.
Well, right. Reflect was still up though. I would honestly, that to me was your opportunity to spin the hazards away. I mean, I'm only assuming Treads at 61% lives a close combat from Gallade behind Reflect. If it didn't, I take that back.
Well, it was Speed Booster, so we know it was Speed invested.
True.
And it was also at 60. So like, if a close combat does a roughly like 120 to a low bulk Iron Treads, it's gonna kill there, right?
Yeah. But it all comes down to the calc there. If that doesn't kill, I think you have to stay in and just spin these hazards off because Hands really doesn't want to get poisoned.
Yeah, exactly. And this comes here, and this is what I was saying earlier, where I'm pretty sure this is Scarf.
Yeah, that Scarf.
But the Razor Shell was a good call out here on the Arcanine coming in. But you had to respect both the Dark Move and the Razor Shell, because if you let Hydrapple take a Ceaseless Edge there, you might lose your best win con.
Well, I mean, I don't even think it takes 2 Razor Shells, regardless of the drop there. I mean, this is why those T-Spikes were so impactful, though. I mean, you can just see the fact that, I mean, I actually think just Samurott now, it gets one more turn of switching in here, basically.
So, I really did not like how Shinoshin basically went Arcanine, then went to Hydrapple, and then went back to Arcanine. Yeah. He just let himself take a bunch of chip. But then, seeing Extra come in on a half-attack Samurott, I thought was actually really smart, because now you know that it can't actually hurt Drill, and you can get a spin-off. Which is basically, I think, exactly what happens here.
Correct,
is he gets the spin-off, knowing that this is now forced out. And like this is why I don't think his set can fit sub, because it's Rock's Toxic Spin.
Yeah, it needs the.
And you have to have some sort of stab move probably.
Some sort of attack, yeah.
And then Speed is actually much faster than Treads too.
Quicker.
Yep.
Yeah, and these T-Spikes just really hurt. Oh, it was Lumberry. Okay.
Yeah, so that Lumberry was actually really, really big. Like, I think that's why he was less worried about spinning, maybe. But...
Maybe, yeah.
Extra's just going to Toxic instead, which is...
The problem is that Lum would have prevented this from getting Toxic.
Yeah, which is actually arguably worse, almost, so...
Yeah. Oh, Destiny Bond on the Glade. That's really good tech.
So yeah, so this was a crazy turn, because I see Gallade come in as this already Terra Ghost. I'm like, okay, wait, what's the line here? And then it Destiny Bonds and takes them both down, and it's like,
yeah, that's huge.
That's really hard to play around on Gensuzu's part, because you wouldn't expect that to come in like that.
Yeah.
And Shinoshin is like, I'm not letting myself lose to a sweeper setup hands, right? So
By the way, pause for a sec. I actually don't know the result of this match, or I didn't. But I mean, in this situation, you have Enamorous. Okay, so Ogrepawn's quicker. I don't think Ivy Cudgel's straight up Okos, so maybe like you need to predict and Trailblaze here to scout Scarf Enamorous. But I mean,
yeah, I feel like you're kind of priced into clicking Cudgel here anyways, because if this is Scarf, it probably doesn't kill Ogrepawn because it doesn't have a flying move or like a really good super effective coverage move. So if you have to like try and kill it, but if you click Trailblaze as Hydrapple comes in,
yeah, you're just losing a turn.
Yeah, you just arguably lose, and then Hydrapple comes in.
Yeah,
at 56.
you probably have to just Cudgel there. Oh,
and
it lived.
Notably, those two turns of poison taking down are just what you need to get in range of this Earth power here. Oh, wait, it lives. Oh,
lives.
Shoot.
Oh, but it lives the Ivy Cudgel too. Okay, so we know it's Scarf Samurott.
And we know it's 2%. Scarf It doesn't have a priority move in that game. So if it was Scarf Sucker Punch, which I know is not a great set, but it could have clutched it out there too.
I've seen people run Aqua Jet on
Scarf.
I've seen people run Aqua Jet on Scarf before. I mean, that's about as close as you can humanly get.
Scarf
versus
Jet
Scarf
over
ending.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's anything that really stood out to me about the sets. Overall, I thought this game was extremely well played by both players.
Yeah.
I definitely think Gensuzu did get punished for kind of disrespecting the Quillfish.
Yeah, and the hazards in general. I am curious if that close combat. What was the set on the Iron Treads?
Well, it was speed booster, and I think it might have been offensive. Let me see. Yeah, it was offensive.
Okay, so even with Reflect, it probably
was gonna die.
It was probably just dying to that Gallade close combat.
Now, notably, this Samurott was Adamant Scarf. It was not a very fast Scarf, but I mean that makes a lot of sense if you're not trying to like outspeed any other Scarfers. Like, I don't think Scarf, Arcanine, or Drill are ever coming, so you don't really need to have speed investment for those.
Yeah.
And then Coco was Light Clay.
Yeah, I just confirmed. Close combat did kill there, so.
Yeah.
They didn't have a choice, but it was Shookaberry, right? On Iron Treads?
Yeah, it was Shookaberry on Treads.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not sure I love the Jolly. I think that you almost needed that to be some degree of Fizz Def, but...
Well, I'm pretty sure it's Speed Ties and Amorous. Is why.
Does it?
Yeah, they're both 106.
That does make sense.
But yeah, so Shinoshin just barely beating out Gensuzu in the standings because of that match. I believe they were both 3-2 before this game. So, like, that mattered a lot for their individual standings.
It did.
And like, you can see the diff difference, too. Like, Shinoshin's +6 at 4-2, whereas Gensuzu's 3-3 at +9. So they've had some very different games.
Great. We moving on to the next All-Star game?
Yeah, next All-Star game was actually mine. So I'll switch to my POV. Because, I know my own perspective. I'm going to be real. I should have prepped earlier in the week for this. I kind of threw my stuff together last minute on Sunday. But I was also kind of like, I knew I was already winning the mental battle against my close friend Azzy, because I had just played him the week prior for the NHL
semifinals.
For semifinals.
And he absolutely gave you that match too. He completely threw that.
Oh, we'll talk more about that another time. But yeah, we already more than went over that.
Yeah, you got his number. We got
NHL,
it. We got the background here.
But anyways, so I've brought Terra Ghost Rillaboom, and he has brought Terra Steel on his Moltres. I've also brought Terra Flying on Bellybolt as well. Fots Shired indeed.
Yeah.
Fots Shired indeed. But yeah, I lead. My game plan was always to lead Rillaboom here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get. I spoiler. I did see the match. I didn't actually check the sets after. But I mean, I'm assuming you're choice locked here on Rillaboom, or
yeah,
wow,
I just clicked.
That's a big superpower.
I just clicked Banded Superpower, and he gets up rocks. Now I don't actually have removal that's brought with me, But I don't care about the rocks. I just wanted this thing weakened
No.
as much as possible.
Smashing Ferrothorn for 80% of its health is far more valuable than rocks.
And then here
Saves it too.
I predict the Hatterene to come in. Well, to be fair, he had a free switch into Hatterene to save this as sack fodder.
Yeah.
Because he knew I was choice locked into superpower based on that damage.
Superpower, right?
So I go Dancy here.
Psychic noise.
The psychic noise on my sub is really unfortunate. I didn't really think about what he might click in terms of like an attacking move when he went for this, but I was like, shoot, that's super annoying because now it hits behind my sub. But I was really hoping that I was gonna take another one because it only did 33, and then I go for Diamond Storm for chip. I don't mega because I wanted to make sure I take the same amount roughly, but then he gets a high roll on the second one. So.
Oh, that's a brutal roll for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually agree with your play there, and I actually don't even think that Psychic Noise is bad. I mean, Psychic just breaking sub and then guaranteeing you're in range of the next Psychic would have been debatably worse. I think you just got screwed by the roll there, to be honest.
A little bit, yeah.
That's a painful one. 33 to 36.
Epic W roll, yeah. I think I even yeah, and then there I just go Terra
Blast.
I'm Terra Blast Ghost. I looked at his team, and the only real things that wanted to take a Terra Blast were Moltres Gower.
Yeah, it's just Goltrez.
But that's something that's going to deal
Terra.
with Rillaboom anyways. It's also going to Terra into something silly, regardless. So
defensively, like that's been my go-to for years now. I mean, I probably shouldn't be revealing that. I don't play Dondi, but I mean, if I'm ever playing Sneasler. But I'm calling out that he's probably not making playoffs because he's cheeks. But I love you, Dondi.
Dang.
That's been my go-to for years.
He's in chat here, by the way. He's here in chat.
Oh, I know. That's why I said it. But my go-to for years has been Ghost and Poison are consistently. You have to have a Terra Ghost or a Terra Poison if you're playing a Sneasler. Like it's a must bring.
Yeah, exactly.
Or yeah.
Some of you support from my homie.
But no, I think your Rillaboom set, like just from what I've seen so far, this thing looks extremely good into the entire team. Like Ghost beats Hatterene, Sneasler can't touch it, and it's quicker than Goltrez. So I mean, you picked a good set there.
But here I have my Belly Bolt. Now this Belly Bolt set is very goofy. I honestly should not have brought this type of set because I'm Life Orb Volt Switch. Don't worry about it. Don't. He didn't bring the thing that Life Orb was really there to help with.
The pair is huge because now you just get the. I mean, this is the freest pursuit in the West.
You would think that, but I am not Pursuit.
Or sub into the Aloe, okay?
Now, if I was Pursuit, I might have actually just won this game on the spot because getting rid of that.
You would have, yeah. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a Weavile versus Latios matchup that the Weavile doesn't have Pursuit, so that's a first.
That said, though, if you use Culver Berry, like in that situation, I click Pursuit and he stays in and Aura Spheres me, then I lose my Weavile. So
yeah, it
kind of goes both ways. Anyways, this is my set. I'm sub Focus Punch, Weavile.
Cool. It's a cool set. Extra Sword Stance, yeah. I mean, I actually think that's a good play. I don't think this is taking a +3 Icicle Crash.
Unfortunately, my only other attack move is Ice Shard.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, this is revealed that, I mean, it doesn't have, are you... 2 attacks and they're Focus Punch and... Oh my god.
They're Focus Punch Ice Shard, yeah.
What the heck is this Weeba? Oh my god. This is an abomination of a set.
I mean, yeah, honestly.
But it's working, which is like the craziest part. It took out an Aloe.
I'm gonna be real. I realized at this point, I was like, wait a minute, this Weavile set sucks. I realized when I saw that Ice Shard do... Like, when Hatterene switched in on me, and I had only Ice Shard and Focus Punch as my attacking moves, and I was like, oh, I just lose, don't I? But then I basically just play the gambit of, okay, I'm going to Sword Stance and put the Fear of God into him and force him to go back to Aloe so I can kill Aloe. Which is exactly what I do. And by golly, did he have the Fear of God in him. I actually Volt Switch because I was half expecting him to sub or click an attack move.
You know what? That's a fair call. This does run sub a lot.
Yeah. A Grok AI
But this is
that
fine,
Weavile
to be
set?
honest. This
What
is now like,
What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean I Grok AI'd that Weavile set? What is that?
oh,
If it
he's
was
implying you used the worst AI to come up with that set, because only an AI as bad as Grok could come up with a set that bad.
I see. I didn't realize that Grok is like notorious as the worst. I see.
It's Elon Musk's.
I mean, yeah.
It's just
To be
bad.
fair, Elon Musk, yeah. But I was like, what's the meme here? But this Hurricane miss here, it looks really
Yeah, it's a
unfortunate
big miss.
because a +2 Hurricane from Moltres Gallery is obviously strong. I was full Spit F Zygarde, which we'll see at the end game. So this
Yeah.
wasn't going to kill, but it did have a chance to confuse.
What a
And,
hurt, though. How does a Zygarde lose from this position? A paralyzed
Well,
Latios, a Sneasler.
There's still a Hatterene,
Yeah.
right? And it's revealed like to be full Fizz Def, so.
Full Fizz Def with Draining Kiss, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty easy Skarmory switch.
Yeah, it's got a Draining Kiss. And I
No
just,
Rocky Helmet reveal.
yeah, no.
Oh, big Iron Head.
I mean, it only did
Okay,
30 seconds,
yep.
so it wasn't exactly big, but definitely was,
Yeah.
like, I had to force it out here,
I
and
mean-
you can't really afford damage on Sneasler or Latios,
Big.
so,
Now it just kills.
yep.
I mean, this is I am struggling to see how you lose the game from this. Oh, you roost! Whoa! I mean, you have to click Brave Bird here, right?
I don't have Brave Bird,
not.
unfortunately, so.
Into the Sneasler, okay. Surely E-Speed from Zygarde kills from here, though.
So, he actually brought one of my favorite moves, which is Upper Hand, the
Upper
anti-priority
hand.
move. And
Okay.
I go for it again, because I know he's going to chicken out and not go for it.
Yeah, he did.
And it reveals Power Herb Dig, which I thought was
Okay.
complete garbage, but I was like, okay. And then now he's revealed this whole set, and he's walled by Rillaboom because he doesn't have like he has to click Dig.
Yeah, because Upper Hand can't hit you.
And
Yep.
yeah, I'm immune to Upper Hand. So I just get to kill him with Grassy
Yeah, Grassy Glide just takes the kill. And now you just win the game by switching out Rillaboom and killing the paralyzed Latios.
But unfortunately, I couldn't go hard Rillaboom originally because, you know, he was Swords Dancing, and I didn't have like enough knowledge to know what his attack moves were.
Oh yeah, no, you made the right play there. You just win the game here, though, right? You just hard switch out your real what?
So here's the thing. If this was like Scarf, or something, I was expecting it to not actually like to actually 1v1 Rillaboom. I absolutely should have switched out here. I think.
But even if it's Scarf, does it have a move that, like, if the only move that would OHKO you is Draco, and
yeah,
all
that's
you have
fair.
to do is switch out, and if he clicks Draco, it's at -2, right? Like, Luster Purge is doing what, like 60? Like, it'll hurt, but it's not going to kill you, you know, at 70% after rocks.
Yeah. The reason I didn't switch out here is because I didn't want to take the extra rocks chip, which was kind of just like me, like, over, like, not thinking things through. And I also didn't want Belly Bolt to switch in because I thought it might be able to take a move because I was Split F invested. So, yeah, it was definitely not the best play. But I stay in here because I calc that Grassy Glide is actually a likely 2-hit KO. This is why I stayed in here, was because I checked the calc on Grassy Glide, and it was likely to 2-hit KO. And unfortunately, I get both min rolls.
But
Doing
yeah.
38 twice is a
Why
2
didn't
min
you
rolls.
question? So what did this what set did this reveal based off of his Luster Purge doing 60? Like, were you able to get any info from that, or
No, because it could have been Scarf. It could have been any non-boosting item is what you get from.
I was gonna say, because don't you just from that? I mean, I guess you're expecting Belly Bolt to live, but I mean, if you calced it, couldn't you see that Belly Bolt doesn't live from there, and then
So
because you're
this
only
was
at
also a
44.
roll.
Oh,
This was also a roll.
so you're banking on it being Scarf. But is there a world where Scarf Latios is ever quicker when paralyzed than a Rillaboom? Like, Rillaboom's not slow, even if it was Scarf.
So let me pull up the calc, but because I was not speed invested, let me just check my speed creep here. I had like no speed investment, and Latios with Choice Scarf. Oh, I need to refresh my calc because it's being silly. me see. I should have calced this, honestly. I did not calc the end game. I just assumed that I saw that the Grass Glide was a potential, like, a good chance to 2 a KO, and I was like, oh, I'll just go for it. And, like, I'm pretty sure that I live with Belly Bolt, or it's going to be close. And also, I kind of had the hacks in my favor all game, so I felt kind of bad. I was just like, oh, you know, like, whatever. I was not playing my A game in that regard. So this is not to be mean, but this is a time when neither player wanted to win. Damn.
It's a pretty good description, actually.
So yeah, Choice Scarf Latios, that's paralyzed, is actually faster than me.
I think AZ needed that donation though, because they were
generous
losing
donation
games left, right, and center.
So even with the paralysis, a Choice Scarf Latios was still faster than me.
Okay. I mean, from that logic, I get it, except for the fact that, yeah, Specs kills you, granted, but you're faster than Specs, and you never die to a Scarf, and then you OHKO. I mean, you misplayed. I think you realized that, but I can see where you had the train of thought, anyways.
But yeah, and like I calced all this afterwards more so, but the 2 Grassy Glides were a 50% chance to kill.
Yeah.
And that last Luster Purge was a 50% chance to live. So.
And 3 turns in a row, no para, no J.
And three
no
turns,
J
no para. So, that said though, it got parried twice in a row early game. He missed Hurricane. I got the flinch. So I don't know. I felt like it was a pretty fun game. It went back and forth. I brought some shithead sets, and as he got owned by the Weavile, even though it was a terrible set. So, you know, that game, I honestly should have played better. I could have maybe thought my sets through a bit more, but it was honestly one of the most fun games I've had all season. So
it was a very fun game to watch as a
and in the post game,
you can't get a more fun game.
In hindsight, God, I should have won all those rolls. Holy.
Complaining about rolls.
Complaining about well, I'm pretty sure in this I earlier mentioned in before Matt complains about rolls. Where was it? It was like. Oh no, we were.
Oh yeah, you calling me out for AI chats? That was funny.
Yeah, we were. I was talking shit pregame too. Time to continue the losing streak. How did you bring this? Winning versus Vios is like kicking a puppy. Congrats. Shout out to Vios who caught a stray for no good reason.
Strays were being fired left, right, and center.
But yeah, it was a whole bunch of bullshit both ways. With that said, though, I actually wanted to watch the NHL replays next because I know Tulip was here for it, and also I never watched your game because I was shocked that you guys were in the 3rd place game. I thought it was like the 4th.
If it makes you feel better, I also didn't watch my own game because on turn 2. I accidentally hit, instead of skip 1 turn, I hit skip all turns, saw the ending, and was like, well, I don't want to watch the rest of the set after, you know, seeing we lost.
Bro, what? Okay, well, we gotta watch this all the way through.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this roster? Wait, they have Snow? But
yeah, so,
with wall rain?
I mean, I can tell you as the one that probably spent about 20 hours prepping for this match. The things that didn't come were a Shaman.
Okay.
There was a whole Bronzong, which was like what our entire game plan was designed around as their main check for Latios, because it was their only. I mean, other than Zatu, which, you know, I don't think that's really checking anything defensively.
That's not a real Pokemon counter. That's not a real Pokemon counter for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a real Pokemon. It's just not defensively a check.
Then, if it doesn't defensively check anything, then what do you think it does? Because it's supposed to be a defensive Pokemon.
Shit. It clicks T-Wave and bounces rocks, so it's a good answer for Ferrothorn because it kills it with Heat Wave, and Ferrothorn can't do anything or set any hazards. It prevents Ferrothorn from saying hazards. That's its value.
This is in fact Matt. Yes, Blution. Walrein is actually a Giga threat because we are playing. This is Gen 5 draft with permanent weather and with all the permanent weather shenanigans you would normally expect. So,
Yeah,
a very,
and to
very
be
weird
clear,
format.
it's a team tour.
Yeah, so very weird format, but Walrein is definitely a slept-on threat here. And I don't actually know how this game goes, but I guess we're about to see why Walrein's a slept-on threat, to be honest.
Yeah, we did not prep, and I will say this. The person piloting this team was not me, as evidenced by the fact that it was like 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and God knows I'm not ever waking up before
Oh shoot!
9
Wait, this is
o'clock on a weekend.
Evolution is your opponent. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh my God, is
But
that Kazmaier? Hello, hello. Yeah, we're doing some replay review from some recent draft leagues. This is a Gen 5 draft league that is a legacy league where you basically have a sports franchise going for multiple seasons. But yeah, we're about to see how the Guts Brigade lose their playoffs chances here, because we got mildly spoiled on the result of this game, and I have no idea how it happens.
yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's
pause
specs as heck. Holy.
Yeah, this was always the plan. The plan here was if you ever see them click Draco, we had beaten so many people this season with Curse that we expected Terrakion to hard switch in. So the play was always either rest back to full health or click close combat or superpower here, was at least the plan in some of the scrims.
Right. So you go immediately. Oh, so you go for Curse instead of for.
Yeah. This is not Chopples, so that crit definitely did not matter.
Yeah, well, also Sacred Sword ignores the defense boost anyways, so.
Yeah, not that there was a fighting switch in really on this team other than Latios to begin with. Our team just did not have a Terrakion switch, which was why the whole game plan was to proactively click fighting moves, expecting it to come in.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Because it was Ethan who's playing this, right?
I'm not gonna say who is playing it, but.
Okay.
But this is where I think the Zatu is actually a bit of a pain, because it prevents Ferrothorn from clicking hazards. Now, Rotom is a pretty good switch in here, except for the fact that, electric types can get... T-Wave is the freest move in the West in this format.
Yeah, in Gen 5, T-Wave was 100% accuracy. You could paralyze electric types, and basically no downside move half the time. So this getting T-Waved here, pretty big. That said, Rotom is, not the worst thing.
No. This is a safe... I mean, I do think that... I mean, Focus Blast being clicked and hitting aside, I do think Pharaoh
that did
was a pretty
24.
good switch in there.
Even after Choppleberry...
Just a bit of Pharaoh.
That's crazy. Doing only 50... Yeah. I guess... Abomasnow's not known for its special attack stat.
Yeah, this is where Arcanine just... Arcanine they don't have a switch in for.
Oh, it's offensive Arcanine. Okay.
Yeah. Now, the Rocky Helmet, the Life Orb, and the Hail is a pain, but, I mean, this is where you...
Oh, that's banded, okay.
Yeah, banded for sure. I mean, that hard reveal is banded. The double Stone Edge hit is unfortunate, but you can't really...
That was a modest Abomasnow? Wait, that a modest Abomasnow did 24 after the Choppleberry? That's crazy. There's no way. Okay, we got our boy in the hail, and it does in fact reflect type, and it encores. Oh no!
Yeah. So here's if you actually go back a turn, I think this is if you want to go back to So I'm paused when the encore happens. I actually think for me here, pause here. If I'm the one piloting this, I think I'm actually just staying in here and seeing what they can do to potentially... I don't actually think Walrein has a way of breaking an Ice Water Latios behind the sub.
I guess,
I mean,
but they
it
have
definitely
a whole
doesn't get a
Abomasnow
move
that
to
can
do
come in
it.
and click grass moves for free.
It can. I think I would wait for them to make that switch, because if they're clicking a grass move and you're locked into Reflect type, now you're a grass ice, right?
Oh wait, no, this is nah. It's doing exactly what it wants to here. Nah, this is smart. This is what Walrein does in this gen. Is it clicks sub?
It's an annoying Stallmon with Ice Body for sure. This does a Volt Switch though, so I mean Volt Switch is a fine play here.
I mean, Rotom's just gonna take chip though, and this is gonna sub again. Oh, it's
It
slower because
is.
of the
Well,
para.
it can't sub again. That's a really bad para for Rotom there, because
So yeah, so
it
actually being
does just.
slower here is good for you because you can break their sub and
Yeah, it
switch out.
is.
You guys low-key did the same with Gliscor all season though. Oh, this is an annoying stall
100%.
mod. Oh, this is so bullshit.
That's why. See, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
why
no.
I just wouldn't have switched out behind the sub, because I'd make it reveal a move that can break the sub first.
I don't know if you can afford to lose turns like that in front of.
I think the light screen there was probably not the. I think you have to just. You're gonna get encored if you try to light screen, and you have to break that sub. I do think you.
The screen was weird, yeah. I think the reason it screened though was because it expected the protect, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know you're doing nothing this turn, so the light screen was totally fine, right? It was always going to protect that turn to force you to get more
Yeah,
chip.
that turn, sure. But the hard switch, I think you had to
they got
then.
the read correct. Like the light screen was fine.
I just think you have to bolt switch the next turn there. You really had to break that sub. The sub was.
Oh wait, no, it was bad because of encore. Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense actually. Yeah, because once you.
Or you'd had to hard switch. Yeah, that was the problem. But
yeah. No, I see that now.
Especially because the light screen, I think from this position, you're probably never getting. I think that's just such a difficult line to navigate there if you're the person playing for the Guts Brigade, that I don't think you can't fault that. It's just a tough line. I will say, I don't know if actually, this gets a move that can kill Latios there. Like, you can keep super fanging, but I don't think it ever actually kills.
It doesn't matter if it reveals a move that can kill
Latios.
It's revealed its set, right? So.
Yeah. So I think you just honestly, I think if you're Latios there, you just keep clicking Dragon Pulse because you can't let this get a sub up.
Well, so no, Blution here is explaining that like the line was to intentionally force you to use all of your Dragon Pulses that it can't do anything else to the team, right? Because this has already now done its job. If it forces Latios to use all its Dragon Pulses, and now it can just.
Yeah, I just think the most important thing is just not letting it get the sub up, because Arcanine can still spoiler, our Arcanine is Flame Charge. Arcanine can just win this game after it gets a singular Flame Charge, but it can't do that if you're just getting your Life Orb killing you by basically getting subbed into Oblivion.
Yeah, I guess actually it is in a pretty good position to kill everything, because it has Crunch for Starmie, Close Combat probably for Terrakion.
Yep.
So...
And the Hydreigon, and with Flame Charge, it can use that to become quicker. So yeah. I just think you have to at all costs just break this sub with a Bolt Switch, right? I don't think that Reflect was it either there. But again, that's just playing against something like, Whalewren is tricky. If you're gonna get encored, too, I think you just got to keep clicking. This was the line I kind of envisioned happening earlier in the game, was just keep clicking it to not let it keep the sub up, and because you're now an Ice type, you heal yourself back up.
Yeah, I kind of see what you mean here, but like I think just getting rid of all of the Dragon Pulses.
Yeah, that's the other line, right?
Because you have 16 Dragon Pulses, and he has double the number of stall moves plus Encore.
Yeah.
So
this is obviously Lucario is a huge threat here.
So here we go. He switches out to Arcanine, and this is gonna get killed by. Oh wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what happens here? Why does okay, this switches out, and then that switches out behind a sub. Wait, what?
Yeah. It actually makes sense if you think the Flame Charge, respecting Flame Charge into. I get it. You're just trying to deny the.
No. They both switched out.
Oh,
here.
That is interesting, actually.
They both switched out. Yeah, Latias copied the type, and Walrein had a sub up, and then they both switch. They both switched on the same turn here. Why did Walrein switch out? Was it just trying to preserve PP, knowing that it might just spam Reflect type? Now that it copied the type, was that kind of the? Was it respecting the I guarantee
And
I
that makes
clear the turn by
sense.
switching. Right. Oh, because Dragon Pulse isn't going to kill anything, and now you have a free Terrakion to close combat. Yeah, okay. And then Lucario gets the revenge with Vacuum Wave. Starmie's going to come in, and it forces it out.
Yeah, you have to go into Latios there.
Vacuum Wave, yeah, Vacuum Wave was a good bring, absolutely. And this Blizzard's with the Hail, perfect accuracy. Okay, that's huge.
Yeah.
And then, does Hydrup do enough to Lucario? Oh, okay, crit.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the crit, definitely. The interesting thing, if that missed, I actually think Lucario can actually still win the game there. If the Hydro Pump misses.
Well, it depends.
Just because
between Life Orb and Hail turns, I think you can get stalled out by Walrein, actually.
I mean, it can Oko Wall. You'd have to miss 2 Hydro Pumps there. You'd have to get the nasty plot off on the first turn, and then you Dark Pulse, and then if they miss both Hydro Pumps, it's just game over because Vacuum Wave will kill everything.
Thank you for the Prime, Sweet Soros. They're paying you back for the NBA win? Yeah. Damn. I'm right with those protects and sacking. Yeah, you have enough like Lucario between Life Orb Chip and Hail is gonna die. You go Walrein, you protect. You switch out, sack something. You go Walrein, you protect.
Well, that's why you have to plot, right? So the line I was saying there is you have to get 2 Hydro Pump misses because you have to plot on the first one and then click Dark Pulse on the second one.
Yeah, but I'm saying that even if you do that, Life Orb plus Hail still kills you before you go through the whole team. Because you take Life Orb Chip from Starmie plus Hail that turn.
Oh,
right?
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so
I'd have to do the math, but everything would die in one hit.
Specs?
So.
Wait, that wasn't Specs? What the heck?
No, it was Scarf.
Why'd your Snorlax take so much from that?
I mean, if you look at the set, like Snorlax did have
you had no
a fair
HP
bit.
investment, that's why. You also
well,
want plus Spadef nature.
Full Spadef invest. You don't actually invest HP in Star. I mean, that's just the reality of 140 base power Draco Meteor in this gen, right?
I mean, also, there's no Assault Vest, which is part of why that could have been mitigated, but isn't able to be mitigated in this gen, but dang.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, in this game, you almost have to keep your Snorlax healthy to deal with the Walrein there, and you need Rotom as well, if you can break that sub with Volt Switch and then go into Lucario, which likely forces either a Protect or a Switch and Nasty Plot on that turn. I think that's the line they had to go for there, but yeah, I think just Walrein in general, the way it was played was very difficult to play against there. If you had to get the read right.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. This game was really confusing. I'm gonna be real. I
mean, I can tell you there was no prep on our end we did prep for Abomasnow. There was 0 prep done on our end for Whalewren.
I mean, dude, that's
like Rotom was HP Fire for the Abomasnow.
No, but like not prepping for Walrein in the permanent gen where it's at its most powerful is silly to me, but
yeah, you're also just hedging on we also have a weather team, so bringing weather in general into the Ninetales was
Ninetales even good here though? Like,
not particularly. I mean, it's not bad actually because it beats Abomasnow, it beats Shaman, and even Starmie even with Hydro Pump isn't actually doing all that much.
If you brought Ninetales, I took it as a win. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Anyways, that was a game. Congrats to Zigzagoons for their win.
Yeah, Zigzagoons played it well.
You guys will have be playing
you give
me
credit
this
where
week
credit's
for
due.
the grand finals. I believe I'm playing for Mr. Roy Snover this week, just because he's got a lot of stuff on his hands right now. So, yeah, congratulations for making the finals, and I'm notorious for throwing finals, so you have a pretty good chance of winning. Oh, it's a rematch. Oh, dang. I was sure I was losing most of that week. But yeah, notorious playoffs choker, Jortson streams here. Wishing you guys good luck in our game later this week. Let's actually watch the other game that was in playoffs, which was the game I played. Gotta show off my game. because this game was also pretty interesting, and surprisingly close also. And so we have the sand team, we have the extra drill. Like, I still don't know why Sandstream is legal. I'm gonna be so real, or at least, I don't know why extra drill has sand rush legal, but by golly, are we gonna use it? Because
It's legal because they forgot it was illegal when setting the rules at the beginning of the loop, and because there was a rain team and a sand team, they couldn't change it after the fact without being unfair.
commissioners might
But
have
yeah,
been
the
unfair.
commissioners definitely screwed that one up, and they'd be the first to tell you that.
I mean, it's an easy oversight when, like, if you're not familiar with Gen 5, but yeah, anyone who's played Gen 5 will tell you that the permanent weather shenanigans they couldn't rug pull. Yeah, it was a rug pull, basically. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that's what had to happen, but, I mean, we'll take those. We take those, so, yeah, Sand Rush Extra Drill, been an absolute nightmare. The fact that sand doesn't go away after 5 turns, crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways, we're going to get right into this. We had some very interesting building plans here because both of our teams had really good offensive matchups into each other, but really bad defensive matchups into each other. We don't speed build the playoffs, what can we say? Sandforce is also broken, yes. I was actually thinking of that halfway through this week. I was like, wait a minute. Sandforce, wait a minute. That's also a stupid ability. So
yeah, it really is. I mean, Sandforce is actually, honestly, all of Extra Drill's abilities look really good here. Mold Breaker lets it hit Latios. Sandforce lets it absolutely obliterate whatever comes in on it. Obviously, being faster than Latios and Virizion is good as well. I mean, I think just Extra Drill just looks really good here, no matter how you slice it. I mean, Gligar is a dedicated answer, but
yeah, no. So Gligar is like one of the best Extra Drill checks in the format, and even like when we were prepping for it, we're like, wait a minute, it's still not even enough to beat a +2 drill. Like, it's crazy.
No.
George should have ran my Hippo set. It would have been better using a free thinker. We've been over this, but Gligar sucks. Yeah, exactly.
That you can add that one to the not a real mon counter, and I'll stick by that one. That
Gligar's
Pokemon
not a
is
real mon. Okay,
absolutely
there we
terrible.
go. Okay, well, Gligar's not a real mon. Everyone, we're at 4. Give it up for 4 not a real mons. Everyone. All my homies hate Gligar. Is this becoming a Gligar slander stream? Is that where we're at? But yeah, I actually wanted to say Sandforce only applying to Rock, Steel, and Ground moves. I think that's totally fine because Edgequake is like the most universal coverage around. So if your 2 moves you're always clicking no matter what, Rock, Stone Edge, or Earthquake are boosted. Who cares? That's all you need. So, definitely a weird ability, but not the worst. And I believe I need to reshuffle this. There we go.
No Haxorus on the other team's pretty surprising, actually.
So, yeah, Haxorus was a weird one because, like, the double dragon was really tough for us to deal with when our only dragon resist is Excadrill and also, like, our main win condition. But also, we had a Hippo and a couple other, like, pretty good Fizdef checks. So, we also kind of were like, we have to prep for it, but also they might not bring it because they respect the Hippo. Like a Fizdef Hippo against... Yeah, a Fizdef Hippo is one of the best mons against a Haxorus, so...
How much does it take from, like, a Bandit Outrage?
Regirock also, yeah, Regirock also really good Fizdef check.
Oh, yeah, you have a Regirock. That Regirock is a scarier check, I think, for it than Hippo is.
I can see that. But whatever, okay.
I mean, I think Hippo's a great Fizdef mon, but I don't think it's taking 2 Bandit Outrages, personally. I could be wrong on that, but...
Well, Hippo, like, has a higher attack stat, so it hits back hard enough to kill afterwards. It's part of it. Like an Earthquake plus...
I mean, Hippo only needs to set the weather once.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, yeah, they, team was pretty standard. We were really I was surprised to see Virizion, but not that shocked. And here...
It's an Excadrill resist.
Yeah, an Excadrill resist, exactly.
Mind.
And
Ooh.
Calm Minds and then Hidden Power Ices here. And this Rotom, I led it because it was specifically EV'd to live I think a Specs Draco, and get Light Screen up. And
Screen
here
up, yeah.
I get the wrong screen up initially because I expect that it to be physical and it's actually special, which
T-Wave's a great play there, though. Rather than rushing the screen and clicking T-Wave is always the correct play there.
Well, I knew that it couldn't kill me at +1, so I was just like,
Yeah.
getting it paired is more important because then I can Volt Switch out afterwards and only get the Scout. It's so
I think you
hard.
played that line very well, actually. And then you live the second one, too, and can Volt Switch. I think you pretty much played that opening about as well as you can. I'm surprised you went into this, though, rather than...
Then what else would want to come in here?
Rather than Salamence. I guess you were expecting HP Ice, though, so that makes sense.
It literally clicked HP Ice on my Rotom. There's no way I'm going Men's here. That's crazy talk.
I was thinking, I was misreading the turn order there. I thought it already went that turn.
No,
but,
it gets paired on my Volt Switch, which didn't really matter. That Volt Switch, that HP Ice wasn't going to do
I was doing nothing to Gallade. You went to the Pokemon you had to. Makes sense.
But no, the reason the Gallade came in here is because it had a whole free reign here to do whatever it wanted.
Big crit.
So this Psycho Cut looks like it matters, but in the long run doesn't.
Nah, it really doesn't.
But it does force them to kind of play their hand early, and I was always going to SD here, even if that didn't crit.
You have a light screen.
I have a light screen, so I can just SD for free. And if they Draco me, I live unless they get a crit, and then I can kill with Shadow Sneak. But they switch out immediately, trying to respect the Shadow Sneak. Maybe if it was like...
Yeah, Shadow Sneak kills there, right?
No, it doesn't actually. It does 44-ish. But that's because I'm Expert Belt, and they weren't entirely sure what item it was yet, so...
Makes sense.
Anyways, I Sword Stance as they switch out, and then I get a close combat kill here. And so now they think that I don't actually have Shadow Sneak because...
Have the Shadow Sneak,
I clicked these other moves, and now I go for it, and they're like... So, I kind of... It wasn't like an intentional kind of hidden information bait there, but they're like, oh, okay.
They fell for it, though.
But they also didn't have anything else they could have gone here.
No.
Like, they could have gone Gligar, which probably was more correct. Yeah, the game was kind of ended here.
Yeah, the game's over. The turn this happened, this game is straight up over. I don't know what they would have went into, though, either, to be I mean...
Well, because if they had gone Gligar last turn, I still have Reflect up. They were predicting Ice Punch. Oh, okay, yeah, Ice Punch also makes sense. Yeah, like, if you don't see my last move, and you have to choose between going Latios or Gligar, if I have Ice Punch, Gligar's completely dead, and they need this for Drill.
Yeah.
And if I have Sneak for Latios, they know that Gligar walls this.
It's an impossible... I mean, their misplay was letting it get to the Sword Stance to begin with, but they were put in a bit of an impossible spot there.
Yeah, Glade Set was just really good. We knew this Glade Set was really good going in. Like, this is, like, our number one thing we were playing for, so...
I also just think your team, like... I don't want to say you guys had, like, a perfectly advantageous matchup, but I think if anyone was going to beat the Zone Latios team, it's your guys' team. Like, you just kind of had all of the answers for their biggest threats.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Light Screen ends this turn, or sorry, Reflect ends this turn, and my teammates afterwards were like, why didn't you just stay in and go for the Psycho Cut here? And I was like,
Psycho Cut, yeah.
Well, this is the freest Rotom switch because they have to Earthquake this turn, and I can get screens back up. So I go Rotom here. They actually click Toxic. I thought they were going to click Earthquake. I thought this Toxic, like, if I had stayed in and just clicked an attack move on them, you know...
it was just 6-0, game over.
Like, sure, Toxic eventually kills me, but they're not in a great position. I got the wrong screen up again. Well, I couldn't set... if you look, I couldn't set Light Screen this turn because Light Screen was still up. So...
Goater doesn't have a cat.
It's Goater's cat. What do you mean? He's definitely... This is his cat.
Holy smokes. 89%? Oh, and it lives back, too. Jeez. And
So,
that's probably torrent boosted, too.
That was a torrent boosted surf.
Yeah.
So, this Thunderbolt, if we had been a boosting item, would have actually killed here.
Yeah.
But,
Air Balloon was good, though.
I wanted to run Air Balloon specifically because of Gligar, so...
Gligar. Well, it's a safe switch into Gligar, right? Like, you just need to not die on Earthquake, and then you can... I'm assuming you're HP Ice. Just gonna use my brain on that one, but...
Where was the Aqua Jet? Honestly, though, I don't think Empoleon had room to fit it because it needed so many moves. It was really important for checking a lot of stuff on this team. Yeah, if they go Gligar, I have HP Ice, and then here they have the Jet. Now this set was really weird. I just go in for the free Intimidate, and they Toxic me. And we'll see why that is toxic later. But I was like, oh, okay, like it's not choice locked.
Probably Toxic Whirlpool, right? I mean, I'd have to.
I'm the only person who thinks Gligar is real, dude. What can I say? It kind of owned me here almost. This Draco I go for here. This is my idea on the men's set, was to run both physical and special.
I actually respect it. I think it's not bad. Specifically, does it not get Ice Fang this gen?
I don't know if it does, but either way, the idea was to force in the physical defensive threat and then Draco them for a bunch. And even if we like get killed back, we have done a significantly.
Well, you've done its job. Now, like you look at the board and you just kind of go, "Oh, Excadrill wins here." So
yeah,
it's done its job.
They roost on my Draco here, which was released heads up. This was a roll to kill, because I knew this was full Fizz Def, but it needed like a literal max roll. It was not a very likely. Not a very likely.
What was your item on the Salamence here?
It was Dragon Fang. So it was Dragon Fang boosted Draco here.
Oh, that's painful. Life Orb would have guaranteed it.
Yeah, but I don't know. We were gonna click Dragon moves most of the time. Here I go Hippo. This is kind of annoying. Because now this Gligar's back to full HP. But I'm just gonna get my rocks up because I want that extra little bit of chip for when Gligar has to switch in later. And this is where we see what the Azumarill side is actually trying to do, and it clicks Whirlpool. Just like you had predicted earlier.
Big Pasho.
Yeah, huge Pasho. Yeah, huge Revis Berry. There we go. And now it's going to Toxic me, and then it dies to Sand.
Jeez, yeah, just straight up. I mean, you actually might have been a spot of trouble here if this was like a banded liquidation, or sorry, banded waterfall Aqua Jet Azumarill. Like that actually might have been problematic for you, because banded liquidation would have done a 2-hit kill, and then you save it for Aqua Jet. But I mean,
he just lost.
I think.
Free. Yeah. The reason he switched out is because he figured I was gonna have Ice Fang probably, and didn't want to like let Gligar just get beaten down, kind of. Best item in the game is a Violate. So here comes the Magnezone, and this is a set we were not entirely sure they were gonna bring, but we're kind of like not really sure how to prep for, because it's Air Balloon. At the end of the game, it reveals that it's magnet trapping. So this was a specific Excadrill lure.
Oh, for Excadrill, 100%. In fact, I think it'd be almost negligent of them not to bring that exact set.
Well, the thing is that Specs Magnezone was also, or like Specs or Scarf Magnezone was also really good into us, because we had no special defense.
Whirlwind is huge. Whirlwind might have won that game for you guys there, actually, because I think you might actually.
No, I had a Glade. I had a Glade that was always faster than this.
True.
In the back, so.
Fair point. Yeah, actually, Glade probably just. I mean, Glade should just win here. Those rocks were actually really big. Now that I think about it, I mean, with this being revealed what it is, though, I mean, you can kind of just Sword Stance on the Glade, yeah, and then.
Yeah, and now
you just start clicking Psycho Cutter.
So I go for a second Sword Stance here, because if I Psycho Cut and they Earthquake me and then I Psycho Cut again and it doesn't kill, it's better to go for the +3. I could have maybe played the Roost game, but here now they're forced to kill me because they know that 2 Psycho Cuts can kill. And then now
it's in Draco range.
Now I can go for Draco. Now, notably, I don't actually have Sand up here right now. There's no speed doubling on Drill when it comes in.
Yeah.
This Magnet rises. I'm just letting Mence die to the Toxic here.
Yeah, that's the correct play.
And then Excadrill can come in, and I can Iron Head this.
Yeah, and it should just win from this position.
And basically in a position here where I can either try to Iron Head to flinch them, and I lose if they get.
Yeah, you always Sword Stance there.
But I know I live in Earthquake, so I can Sword Stance. And now it's a better situation because I know that this will 2-hit KO. And they're forced to respect me Sword Stancing a third time, and I can win the game there.
Yeah, and that just wins you the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you. I think they had to actually calc that, but they had to respect the ×3 Sword Stance. But god damn, did you make this a much? I mean, I think other than switching out your Glade, you made this a much closer game than it needed to be. I think if you just stayed in on Gallade there and clicked Psycho Cutter in front of Gligar the first time, the game was just over.
I don't know. I still like was respecting the Azumarill in the back, because if I let my Gallade trade damage down, I get kind of owned by
Yeah.
by a Banded Azumarill or a Belly Drum Azumarill, right? So
I gotta say, Abomasnow as a team really cooked with the sets here. Like, you can clearly tell the team effort that went into this with some really good builders.
oh, you're right. We did have Pasho Berry. We were a Pasho Berry drill. Yeah, here's the sets. We were Expert Belt, Gallade, Adamant. This was
Yeah.
Eevee, Delivered Draco. This was Pasho Berry, Adamant. This was Full Speed, Hasty Nature, Dragon Fang.
What's that, speed tying?
Speed
Oh,
ties.
Haxorus.
No, it was. It
Or
was
faster than
specifically-
Haxorus and...
This was a Mike Calc, but Scarf Magnezone is also the same as base 100. So that's why we were full speed.
and Moz. Yeah, and I mean, if you're gonna be speed creeping Haxorus anyways, it's like 8 extra EVs. You might as well. So that's a smart call out by Goater 12. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, I gotta say, like, I think that the prep here from the Abomasnow was pretty much perfect across the board. Like, I'm looking at all these sets and knowing what the shift trees have on their team, I can't honestly say one negative thing. I think the sets were probably exactly what you would want the sets to be.
but yeah, this Magnezone set I thought in post game was really smart. The Rain Dance was maybe a bit of a meme, but
Did you not have a fighting move though? I mean, you probably had Brick Break on Excadrill, right? For
So-
Air Balloon.
we changed it off of Brick Break last minute, and so it might have come up that not having Brick Break would have mattered, but we were able to get through the mag anyways. Although notably, it also doesn't have any recovery moves, so like, it was just gonna get worn down also.
HD. I don't know what that gibberish is, at all from Goater there. But
Goater's mauled
I mean-
because all the things that he predicted were right, and I was like, oh, that's not a big problem.
oh,
So-
well. I mean, Goater's a pretty good team builder. He's one of the people I really don't like playing against. In game, he's a good player, but as a builder, he's a real pain in my ass because he understands how to beat me more than most people, and I'm always scared that he's going to spite reach out to whoever I'm playing in a given week and give them, because he just knows the right sets usually to beat me, because that man's got the memory of a freaking elephant and just is able to predict when I'm going to bring 9 times out of 10. It's very annoying to me.
Why did we go Bandit
but-
Snorlax Gen 3 finals? I killed something. I don't remember the exact calc. Bros Kaparaja memory.
I mean, I think the prep from, I think you showed here, the Shiftries were a good team. Like, this isn't, like, I actually thought their team was pretty overrated from the get-go and far too reliant on Latios, but
Dude,
they weren't a bad
Latios-
team by any means.
Latios was an absolute
so-
monster in this gen. I like
Oh, yeah.
so, and like the no
You guys
Draco
just have
resist.
answers for it? I mean,
Like Gen
um,
5 is where the drop of Draco memes come from. You know, like for any Joey fans out there. Imagine paying 41 times for a Dragon type. Just wanted to hit stuff, yeah.
no, I think you guys really did have, like, I mean, I think it shows why you guys made finals. I mean, the prep was pretty immaculate here. The piloting was very good in game, although albeit with some questionable piloting in front of a Gligar. But I mean, I can't. You guys deserve to be in the finals, and will probably be the odds makers' favorites to win it all. Just given that, I mean, Sand is just broken.
Dude, yeah, no, like I 100%. I'm just like, if Excadrill Sand Rush doesn't win, like, what were we doing? We you know, but
We
draft
picked up
draft
9
anything
I
can
mean,
happen, you know. So
letting you into under the tent of the Guts Brigade. I mean, we fully expected the whole season to play you guys in the finals if we made it there. And the whole reason we picked up Victory Bell and traded for Ninetales was pretty much exclusively to play your team.
now it's really funny you say that because we had Ninetales at the end of last generation, and you know, we were basically trying to sell it to the highest bidder at the whole start of the season. So it's really funny it ended up on your team as a counteraction to our Sand team. So I think it's weird how that all comes around.
You almost needed even a low tier weather setter, and I think you're seeing it. I mean, the RB has Abomasnow, we had Victory Bell. There was a rain team. I mean, I feel like even if you were just splashing it on the bottom of your roster, with how strong both weather and counter weather is in this gen, you almost have to have had something that set weather, regardless of how good the actual Pokemon is.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, in the weather format, if you don't have weather, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, right? So, that, yeah, can't hate for wanting to have big weather. But yeah, so, yeah, the finals is coming up, and the third place game is also coming up. I really like that there's a third place game. I had no idea there was a third place game, but I think that's really smart. And it makes a lot of sense, in this, league, because it's a, what's the term for it? It's a legacy league where there's multiple seasons in a row under the same franchise. Oh, is it new this season? Oh, Gen 4 is lost.
It's a good idea, though, having a bronze medal game, just given the nature of the format. So
yeah, so,
I can't hate it.
Yeah, third place games are hype. I honestly think that this should happen more often, but it's also like, by the time you get to finals of playoffs, everyone who's not in playoffs, like in the finals, is so burnt out. They don't want to play anymore. They want to be like, okay, new season, please, I'm done. You know?
Yeah.
When you're running a loser's
Thankfully,
bracket.
it's not too long in this league, but
yeah.
I do think that it's an interesting total format. I've been having a lot of fun with the NHL. My controlling nature struggles to not be the one piloting every game, but I'm learning. It's stressful for me, man. I've realized I am not cut out to be like a professional sports coach of any time, because I get way too anxious watching versus doing it myself.
Yeah, it's like watching your kid on the ice versus being out on the ice yourself, you know? So
yeah.
NHL's the most fun. Yeah, dude, NHL's awesome, and honestly, big shoutouts to Stormtide, who I've teamed with in the Goater season before. Super awesome guy, very chill, and runs a great league. So we love to see it. And same with the rest of the NHL team, but you know, I personally have worked with Mr. Stormtide before, so can vouch for him.
So where do you want to go from here? Do you want to shamelessly plug the OTL league, or?
We're not actually trying to plug it right now. But long story short, we're running a smaller league that just started. I might make some content on that in the near future, but I basically I want to focus on my content, and so I stepped away from the mod team for it to focus more so on my content first. So I will reach out to our mod team about that briefly. But I might do some roster reviews and replay reviews once we have our initial draft done. I also wanted to check out some more of the NBA replays, because there was a lot of good games in all the divisions, and I barely watched any of them. But I also know it is kind of late, so if you like, I don't know what your like time commitments are, but it is already 11 for our people not in EST time zone.
Yeah, I got an extra. I got an extra like 30 minutes in me, and then I gotta go.
You were yawning early, bro. I felt so bad. I was like,
hey man, I gotta get up at. I got up at like 7 a.m. for work today. It is. I'm not on gamer hours this week, unfortunately, because the long day factory requires me at the long day factory.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to punch into the short day, sleep in all day factory, and you know, it's tough being the streamer. You know, it's so hard.
Do you want to? Why don't we review? We can either review another match, or
oh wait, we got a replay. We got a replay here from Mr. Sweet Sorrows. Let's see.
Yeah, why don't we review this one, and then I can, if you want, as a neutral, I can give my thoughts on the finals. But
we'll save it for next week. Royce Nover versus Riceman. Oh, okay. So Riceman is 6-0, so I do know how this ends, but I don't know how it gets there, because Royce Nover,
I didn't see this game either.
One of the new to the division players, moved up from Hustle. Currently 2-4, but has had some very close games and some very frustrating games, I think, also, from what I've seen anecdotally. But neutral finals review, I need it.
my record actually with Sweet Sorrows or AZ is actually, I think we've never lost a season together, at least with my very poor memory that we can remember. So I've actually teamed with. I'm definitely not winning the allegations of teaming with Nahaima and Sweet Sorrows a lot, given I always seem to team with one of the two. But
Let a poverty franchise win their first chip.
I'm trying to take a step back from. That's a lie. Actually, I'm too much of a tryhard.
Yeah,
to
no,
not
dude.
try
Yeah,
for
don't
enough.
even
I'm
try.
lying.
Don't even try.
Every time I try and I fail. Every time I try to just wing a build for a week or try to. You know what though? I will say for the LTL season, I have literally been spinning a wheel to decide all of my picks.
That doesn't mean
So
you've
that's
drafted
actually been
anything
pretty
new,
fun.
but you have been spinning a wheel.
Well, no, I have. I drafted Moltres and Tentacruel. I've never drafted either, and actually, I drafted Metagross. The only Pokemon I drafted that I've used before is Sylveon. I've used
Oh,
that
okay,
Pokemon
okay.
many times.
Yeah, Matt is incapable. Yeah, Matt has tried to not be a tryhard, and unfortunately, it just doesn't work. So, you know, sometimes
Yeah,
you just
I
gotta
can't.
accept that it's not happening. Anyways, we got Rice Nova versus Rice Man. Rice Man's wrecking the Terra Poison Sinistra, and we have the Terra Grass Heatran from Royce Nova. Now, I will note, at the end of this week, Royce Nova has traded in his Heatran. Is no longer his Terra
Oh.
Captain. It is no longer on his team, from what I understand.
Do you want to review trades after this game, actually? Because I think there was a few teams making
There's a few
trades.
So, actually, did he trade in Heatran or just un-Terra Captain it?
Well, let's check after the game.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't know what happened in this game. I don't think I watched it. So, lead
I
Lele
didn't
and
watch it
Orlando.
either, so.
Yep, respects
So,
the
pause
Scarf.
here. Yeah, Scarf Lele and Specs Lele were my nightmares when I was playing Rice Man. That thing has no switch in.
Yep. Absolutely. But that's just what Rice Man's team does, is it has a bunch of threats with no switch in, and they may not have the best overall team synergy, but by golly, are they not having a switch in. That's Specs, by the way, okay?
Specs.
So this is like
Okay,
full
so that's a
Spidef
Heatran
That's
then.
Spidef as
or
heck.
AV. Has it revealed an item? It's either AV or Spidef then.
It's not leftovers, it's probably a super effective berry. This goes for the Terra Grass early as this roosts. Oh, does Empoleon 1v1 the Heatran here? And now it Magma Storms, okay.
Yeah, Magma Storm into Earth Power just should deal with this pretty comfortably.
It's pretty close, because plus leftovers.
That's a fair call out.
No, I mean, Empoleon not being AV, taking that little. I mean, this is not offensive invested Heatran, right? And Empoleon does have pretty high base Spidef, so the fact that it's kind of stalling out Heatran here is crazy to me.
Yeah, you're gonna run out of roosts, right? That's kind of the whole thing. With the one change I really liked in Gen 9 was them cutting the PP down on all the recovery moves that aren't Wish. I think that's one of the best changes they've ever done. Oh God, competitive.
Ooh,
That
okay,
drop
wait.
is...
This just minus 250 Heatran with. Oh, this is AV Heatran. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, so that is just fat Empoleon. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as the
Dragon
competitive
Pulse
boost is
attack on
annoying,
Heatran.
it also means that Empoleon takes more from the next Earth Power, so... Oh, it's immediately
Resto
rests.
Chesto?
Okay.
Damn, that's big.
Because Outrage doesn't kill.
Oh, it lives! It's that's
helmet,
good
helmet.
tech.
Yeah.
That's huge tech by the Slitherwing.
Is this gonna rest? No, it's paired. Oh, okay.
No,
That
it's
pair
getting
was
paired.
pretty huge. And wait, and it got Wait.
Oh, it couldn't have rested there. It was still locked into Outrage.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't even think about that. Okay, wait, so... Yeah, I forgot about Outrage there. This is such a funny interaction where it clicks Outrage, right? This Stun Spores, which was a crazy move. Stun Spore is a crazy bring. I don't think anyone's prepping for Stun Spore with Slitherwing.
No.
And then this TCs, and he gets parried on the turn that Outrage ends.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. That's crazy.
I actually think that's the first time I've ever seen that as well, which is saying something.
Regidrago is a beast, dude. It's a demon.
Yeah.
This comes in. Okay. Was
Yep.
this AV just for Sinistra? Is that the...
Okay, well,
Or maybe
Sinish
it's
is
for-
not
just for
taking
Lele.
another here,
Yep.
so it's just dead.
Now, granted, it did not Terra there, probably to respect the Earth Power. But if it did Terra, the Heat Proof would have made it take half from that Magma Storm.
I think it had to respect the Earth Power there, though. Oh, big crit.
That
Oh,
is a pretty
and the
big.
Spadef drop. Oh, that might have
Oh.
killed without.
No, it wouldn't have. It would just barely
It
been
would
do
have been at
enough.
like 1% health though.
Yeah, that Spatak drop is actually pretty big. I think the crit didn't matter because it was going to 2-hit kill anyways. But,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely tough there.
Well, I think where it's big is like you put it into like Rock's range if you don't get this. Oh, that's AV on Victini for sure.
Oh, they're both. Oh my! The immediate
Oh, the
para.
para. Okay, you know what? If you're gonna get parried on any Pokemon though, Mew's a pretty good one to get parried on.
Yeah, parrying the Victini as well. This is gonna come down to Yellow Magic though. Spam drop. Oh, why didn't he
Yeah,
Bolt
I mean,
Strike again?
this Mew is looking pretty. I would rather my Mew not be paralyzed personally there though, like just because that makes it slower than Tusk. I would have preferred neither get paralyzed if I'm
Yeah, yeah.
Royce there.
Wait, why did this come in?
Yeah, I wouldn't have necessarily wanted it to get up that
Wait,
spin
wait,
for
wait,
free,
wait, wait.
but
Did he think he was faster?
maybe.
No, but this is defensive.
But I mean, it's already revealed it's full Fizz Step.
I don't know
so-
why I brought in the Silver Ring. Okay, well, we don't know either. Great.
Yeah.
Does this just win now because of that? No, it's a
Oh,
speed
booster speed's definitely quicker, but unfortunately, Empoleon, for him is
Oh,
still
no, yeah.
full health.
Full Sped F Empoleon makes so much
Now
sense
you
when
lose
there's a
your
wake.
booster speed.
It doesn't really need it anymore, though, because everything that
No.
would need it for is gone.
Oh, the competitive I mean,
You didn't have a, like,
I
you
don't
didn't really
think
have a
there's an-
switch, right? You
Yeah.
have to go Lando.
you have to just Earthquake here. Or Knockoff's fine too, but
Well, it was leftover, so knocking off the lefties was huge, and I think they were also trying to catch Lele.
yeah.
Yeah, Empoleon is an actual walking wake switch in. Absolutely.
Jesus Christ. That Specs is kinda questionable double there.
So it's a tough
I guess-
call if you sack Lando
Yeah, 'cause
or
you expect
Shocks.
they're going into Empoleon. I see the play there. It's not a bad play. They just took the 50-50 and lost. They didn't even lose. Oh, wow. Okay, that wasn't the one I was expecting it to switch into.
Sandy Shocks, Psychic, Walking Wake, double into Landorus on the...
Yeah.
Oh, but Landorus is slower. Or, sorry, Walking
Yeah.
Wake is faster, so Great Tusk comes in after the Intimidate goes off.
Yeah.
A little bit unfortunate. Knocks off the Assault Vest. Gets the spin
Yeah,
off.
and that
Oh,
AB
does this win now?
Yeah, probably. I mean, Yachi, Berry... Oh, it's Temper
Oh,
Flare.
he doesn't have Ice Move.
No,
Okay.
no Grass Knot, though.
True. Yeah, Grass Knot Lando into Tusk would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, this just doesn't have a move to hit Empoleon, unfortunately. I mean, I was hoping maybe I'd see, like, a sub on Walking Wake. That would have been really good into this team, but I guess they just didn't have it.
I think Mew does, but he fished the para. I mean, it's a 30% chance for Bolt Strike to para, so
And yeah, that's just
not
the
unlikely
game
in the
here.
slightest.
I think if this Walking Wake actually had sub, I think it definitely could have won the end game here. Would be my only other thought.
Well, it might have just needed the moves. We'll see what
Maybe.
it had.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean,
Wake
you
had
probably get right. It wants a water move, it wants a fire move, and it wants a dragon move.
Pretty
But
sure it doesn't
I
get
guess-
Encore. Yeah, no.
I am curious with the. I didn't watch this game at all, so I have no idea what any of the movesets are.
I'm gonna be real. I think if you don't sack Slitherwing to the Tusk there,
Yeah, it's a different game.
it's more so that you had to force your wake in, right? It was forced to burn the booster energy early and revealed its set. Whereas if you go Lando there instead, on the Tusk, then actually Lando doesn't actually beat it 1v1 though, does it? That's a hard call.
It's a tricky endgame there. I think it was winnable for Royce, but it was tricky. I am curious to see Royce's sets. I mean, Rice Mans are all pretty obvious specs. We saw the AV get knocked off.
I think he's
You saw
ran
with
like the same Sinistcha set almost
The
every week.
Sinistra's been Terra Poison or Steel, and this exact same 4 moves literally every week.
I mean, that's what it does though. Like it's just
Yeah, it's...
This is Assault Vest.
Yeah, the
Full
Mew.
attack
I actually
invested.
think the Mew para was very unfortunate for Royce here.
Wait,
I
he never
think they
set
might have won that
rocks.
game
Wait,
without it.
he had rocks the whole game, never set them.
Yeah, I mean, they're not that impactful into Royce's team, to be honest.
Yeah, but he sat in front of a whole bunch of things all game.
Yeah, he could have. I guess he just didn't bother. But
I did like this Reggie Draco set. That's cool.
yeah, Reggie Draco was cool.
Instead of
Um,
running, was it Lumberry? It was Chesterberry. Yeah, instead of running Lumberry, you just run
yeah.
Rest to get the full heal as well. Oh, Mew's weakness policy. Oh, there's max HP weakness policy. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm curious what the walking wake was.
wait. Dude, the Sandy Shocks could have won.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think that was the sack in front of Lele there. Personally, I
Yeah,
think you
because you knew it was
you
specs,
definitely
so
want
you know
that
that this
still
is
alive.
faster. It's in range of a move from Shocks, so all you have to do is bait out the Tusk and get it chipped, and then this wins. Right? So
Yeah, that was not the sack there. I think you had to sack probably Lando or honestly anything. But or that's where if you had saved the Slitherwing, you can just sack the 6% Slitherwing. But
it's like Schrodinger's cat. You don't know whether or not you're putting 6 boots until you click the rocks. Yeah, literally.
yeah, it's I mean I think the end game could have gone differently there. I don't think there was anything like a blatant misplay. I am very curious with the Walking Wake moves though. So if you want to take a look at what those were.
I'm gonna get there for a second. It was just 4 attacks with Hurricane.
Hurricane was the last one. Okay, I mean,
For a
I
great
figured
Tusk.
it'd have a water or fire in it. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if it was necessarily
Oh, actually, no,
needed.
Sinistra. You should try Regenerator
That's a
team.
good call.
Yo, who was it that drafted Mono Regenerator one season? That was a hilarious team. The Mono Regenerator team. That was so funny.
For Skin Suzu, there's at least 4 boots. If it can run boots, it's running boots.
Yeah, exactly. I really like this Heatran set, but I don't know if Terra Grass was the right pick here.
I did it in front of the Tusk. I might have liked to have seen Terra Flying. I feel like Terra Flying with Terra Blast might have been a better bring, is my only thought, but I mean,
I actually think if you're gonna go Terra Grass, Terra Bug might be better, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. I just think flying is kind of the answer, right? Super effective versus Sinistra. You're immune to the ground move and the fighting move.
I guess
It
if
just
you want to
feels like
respect,
better than Grass
you're
here.
also weak to Ice Beam for your Grass, anyways. So yeah.
That's true. But like, there's really not a lot of upside to Grass that flying also doesn't have, I think, unless there's something I'm missing in the back. But
yeah, and then Leonard was Yachi Berry. Now, did the Great Tusk have Ice Spinner? It didn't.
no, it didn't.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I guess what was Super
I mean, I
Slam
guess
for?
the logic is you're clicking Headlong Rush, right? And then if you swing and a miss, you click Temper Flare. I get the logic there.
Wait, was there a Corviknight on Royce's roster?
I have no clue. I will say though, like realistically, Great Tusk is respecting the
For
Grass Knot, I think,
Mantine.
at all times.
That's
Anyways,
funny.
so
Supercell Slam for Mantine specifically. Okay. Yeah, actually,
makes sense.
that's a heads up bring, but dang, I would never expected that. I guess what was Temper Flare for then? Was it to abuse Sun? I don't know. Well, I didn't even mention this, but Royce Snover did not bring the Sunsetter here, which makes a lot of sense in a Great Tusk.
Do you want to do a finals thoughts? I'll let you. It's what direction do you want to take, just based off the commentary here? Do you want to review trade-ins, or do you want to take? You're the one playing in the finals, so I don't know if you want to preemptively talk about that or save that for another week.
I wish him good luck. I'm not going to talk about the matchup until afterwards because I think that it's more honest for both teams to give it their best shot without revealing all their tech. I'm not trying to hide my secrets, but like I think when you're at finals, right, and you're also playing in finals, it's more respectful to your opponent to not discuss like.
I tend to agree. I don't even
until afterwards, and then
I don't even want to give my thoughts that much on it until afterwards because I have some thoughts on how to beat both of the teams here, and I'd rather just not bias the matchup either way.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I am wishing Blueshin a good game, and we'll see how it goes. And if you wanna join commentary next week, let me know because we can talk about the game afterwards. And always down for having new guests on stream. If you just reach out to me and we can talk about it. Did we schedule? We have not scheduled yet, dude. It's Monday. It's literally Monday. Okay, let me figure out what my week looks like before I figure out when I'm playing Pokemon. You know, yo, Blueshin's down. Hey, we'd love to see it. So, yeah, I'll talk to you more about that. Thoughts on the Violite items. Put the up your offensive stats. No, we have too many offensive boosting items already. There needs to be more defensive boosting items. I'm gonna say, that's my hot take.
That would be, I mean, I'm assuming you're just assuming it's like boost +1 to both speed and one of your attack stats, there'd be too many scary like stage 2 evolutions with that I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, like think of Porygon Vanilla. Instead of a Violite, it now has special attack of Violite. That mod is all of a sudden a actual Giga Demon.
Or like Sneasel becomes the second reincarnation of Chen Pao.
Or even worse, Scyther.
Oh god, yeah, that one would be terrifying.
Or a bunch of the starter middle evolutions got crazy attacking stats.
Bisharp with Sucker Punch would be crazy.
Bisharp, oh my god, dude. Even Primeape. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end stream around here. I gotta do some.
Did you want to review the trade-ins? You said you wanted to do that.
Oh yeah, there were some trade-ins. Let me just. It's kind of hard to put them up on stream for visual purposes, but
we can just read them out.
Week 6. So, Royce Nova traded. They changed their Terra Captain from Heatran to Slitherwing. I know they were kind of on the fence about if they should do Heatran or Slitherwing, and I convinced them to try Heatran. So, if they didn't like it, that's on me. I definitely thought Terra Heatran was the way to go, but Terra Slitherwing in Sun is also an absolute nightmare, so I can respect it either way. And they also traded Mantine for Arboliva. I feel like that's a very specific matchup trade-in. If we look at their roster real quick, who do they play? If they want to have a chance at playoffs, they have to win their last 2 games. And I don't think Mantine is doing anything against Genoshan or Alfonso. Let me just double check real quick what
Yeah, we're confirming these changes are specifically for this week, so.
Yeah, when they have a Jolteon and a bunch of other stuff that owns Mantine, makes sense. And then no, what was the other matchup? I don't think it was Gensuzu. It was Shinoshin. Who's got also a terrible matchup for Mantine, I believe.
I do think Arboliva is just a straight up better Pokemon than Mantine. Arboliva is a very good Pokemon. I've used it in a lot of leagues. It's got
I think that's not a real Mon counter because Mantine is very, very good. It's not the offensive powerhouse that Arboliva is. So
well, I think the thing with Arboliva is you have to respect its 125 special attack with, pretty good coverage, but you also have to respect the sub-leech seed with constant citrus berries stuff. Like,
I mean,
it's got...
that's just like every special attacking grass type ever. Like,
yeah, but
Harvest time.
It's the combination. I think.
That's right. Wait, Harvest plus Sun. Oh, that's sick. Okay, no, that's awesome. I hope you cook with that. Arboliva is definitely a real Pokemon. The whole I think the Mantine disrespect here is more so what I'm saying. I think Mantine
it's not Mantine disrespect as much as the
Mantine.
The Arboliva is just better.
They said recently there was some commentary on Gen 2 Pokemon design. Mantine is meant to be the inverse to Skarmory. If you look at Mantine and Skarmory, their stats are just like physically versus specially inverse of each other. Sounds like Mantine disrespect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if Skarmory's good, Mantine's got to be good, right? So obviously Skarmory does other things. They do 2 very different things, and especially versus physically defensive matters differently depending on the format. Yeah, definitely gotta respect Mantine, I think. And then other trade-ins we saw, because I've been thinking about making some trade-ins last minute here. Azzy has traded Ursaluna in for Urshifu. So notably,
take a look at his team.
Azzy has made their roster even more of their standard build of the same roster every season. I'm gonna start really harping on Azzy for that, bro.
I like the trades personally. Ursaluna was really struggling to find a place on the team with Ferrothorn already. Like it felt very.
I have no idea what you're saying because Ursaluna was an absolute monster on the team. They just didn't bring it half their games.
It wants a Trick Room setter. It really wants a
They
trick room
literally
setter.
have a Hatterene. They literally,
Yeah,
they
actually, that's a
literally
fair point.
traded a
He had all the
Hatterene like
he
first
had
game
all
of
the
the
tools to
season.
make that work. Did he need it for the points to make Urshifu work over? Although I guess Sablei's right there if he needed to drop something for the
No,
points.
yeah, it wasn't about the points at all. So
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, that's an interesting decision. I think Nidoking. I mean, I'm a big Nidoking believer. I like Nidoqueen a bit better, but I mean, it's not like he's dropping it for a scrub either. Nidoking is very good.
and then they also dropped their Terra Captain, which was Moltres Galar. Notably though, they don't have they only have Levitate mons. They don't have an actual flying type anymore. Um, so that was their Terra Captain was their flying type. That is a notable change. I think that when I saw Moltres Galar on Azzy's roster, I understood why they drafted it, but I felt like it wasn't really what they wanted to be doing because
Yeah, I didn't like it.
they are
It was too
not
much
a
of a
like
momentum suck.
well, they're not a dedicated setup player most of the time, and Moltres Galar is made to be played on those setup heavy. I'm going to click 3 different boosting moves and then win the whole game, and that's not how Azzy likes to play. And we actually
No.
saw them bring like specs and like very fast, not bulky Moltres a lot. So I think that was kind of an indicative of like they didn't really want to play it the way other people would traditionally play it. As he's also saying that every time they brought Ursaluna, they lost. That's cap. I'm gonna be real. I don't think that's why you. I don't think the losses were because of Ursaluna.
Factually, it's true though, but I'm not gonna put that on Ursaluna.
No, but don't put that on Ursaluna, bro.
I will say, I think if you're dropping like Ursaluna versus Nidoking aside, I think just with dropping Moltres Galar for Shifu single, I think having the Nidoking now just to maintain the balance between physical and special attackers is a good play for that reason.
The thing I don't like about these trades is it has kind of made Hatterene no longer needed on the team. Like Hatterene was something they traded for early in the season, and like I'm not saying it's a bad Pokemon, but like when you're not using it with Trick Room or some sort of like type of strategy that appreciates what it does, it just kind of is a worse Psychic Fairy than your other options. I feel like Gardevoir would actually be better than Hatterene in a position like this. And
Yeah,
it's a lot
I
cheaper.
actually agree.
But that said, they already have a very strong special attacker Psychic type in Latios. Trick Room, Choice Band, Ferrothorn. Yeah, dude, I've ran that set. It's ass, okay? Trust me when I say I've tried that, and it's complete garbage, okay? I've tried that.
I will say, I think Urshifu single is a Pokemon I've been curious to see how it performs as a Terra Captain for a while. Obviously, it's Wicked Blow banned. However, even though it's Wicked Blow banned, it just makes it more of a close combat merchant, and this thing has some pretty crazy stats to leverage close combat.
So I'm gonna stop you right there, because I literally drafted Urshifu single as a Terra Captain like a season ago.
Yeah, and how'd it do?
It was good, but like, oh sorry, it was 2 seasons ago. It was season 5, and my team was very experimental, but like it's an Urshifu, dude. It doesn't matter what type it is. It's going to click its super strong moves with 130 base attack and win the game. Like, it was good. So
I think it fits the team very well. Personally, combining it with Sneasler really puts teams' physical walls under a ton of pressure, and everything pivots too.
I don't actually agree with that. I actually think Sneasler and Urshifu have very similar checks. And like, sure, you put a lot of pressure on them, but like the things that are gonna be brought to deal with Sneasler are also gonna incidentally deal with Urshifu single, with the exception of ghost types. I know Sneasler is like allergic to ghost types. Defensively, ghost types are the best thing in the Sneasler, and Urshifu isn't good into them. But like poison types, wall both of them. A lot of Fizz Def grounds are really good against both of them. Like Skarmory, for example, is pretty good into both of them. And so now, you're even more reliant on luring those than you were before.
I do agree, but here's the thing: poison type was not the one people kept. Like, I know I brought Ghost against him on my Terra stack attack. I think Ghost has been brought against him as a Terra type almost every game because it's hard to go poison as a Terra type into a Latios, previously Ursaluna, and now Nidoking. I felt like Ghost was just way too free into his team.
So I think the reason that Ghost was free into his team is because this is my reasoning at least. Having the offensive Ghost move was actually more important because his team was really weak to Ghost, even with the Ursaluna.
Yeah, it still is.
And now that there's no longer a Ursaluna, it's even more Ghost Weak because you have two different psychic types, and your resist is Urshifu, which is going to tear out of
Yeah.
unless you're running Terra
Is
Dark.
he out of trades? Does he have one more? No, I do think
There's one free
that.
agent left.
Yeah, I think the Hatterene is maybe a bit out of place on the current version of the team, but without having the second trade in to adjust for points with Sableye, I do feel like this is almost like a Mega Guard angle, but it's tricky.
Well, he had Mega Guard earlier, so.
Or sorry, even base guard to be honest. But yeah, I don't know if Hatterene still fits the team. I would tend to agree with you there.
But yeah, I think Azzy has had a weird identity crisis where they drafted the same type of team they always do, but tried something different, and then chickened out halfway through, and then chickened out
Well,
again.
the top three is so good together. I'm not really a Pharaoh believer in Gen 9 personally, but like it's not the problem on the team. I think you look at the pieces of this team, and there's no reason it shouldn't be working when you have a Sneasler, Latios, Aloe, and Rotom-Heat.
So the thing that I see with this team that I feel like other people just kind of ignore is that this team is extremely what's the term? It's extremely derivative. It's been done so many times before. Like this team is basically a Gen 6 team that has a Sneasler instead of like a fast Mega, and it has a Lomomola instead of, you know, what other Spidef, Fizdef pivot you want, right? And like Lomomola having access to Flip Turn does kind of make it a little bit different than traditionally how they would play, but when I look at this team, I still see the same Gen 6, Gen 7 offense that Azzy's been drafting for I don't know how long, and I'm like, bro, like, you know, this is the same tricks. You've been doing. This is the third time I've seen this type of roster. Even if it's, you know, slightly different composition, it's still the same cores and it's still weak to the same balance problems. And I think that's kind of why Azzy has been kind of having this identity crisis with their team. So that's kind of my perspective on it. But I'm also someone who goes out of the way to draft very unconventional things. In between drafting conventional things, so I like take a lot of time. I never draft Rotom-Heat 7 times in a row.
I will say this about AZ though. If we go back to like, I think you have to win the match versus Leezy Peasy for sure. But then I think Gensuzu versus AZ is very likely a win and you're in last week showdown between two teams that will likely be either 4-3 or 3-4 at that point in the season.
Yeah, no, I think Gensuzu, it's going to be a tough matchup, I think, for Azzy. Because Gensuzu has the added bonus of terrain. And like, maybe Sneasler has a really good matchup. And Azzy might have also made trades to help with some of these last games. But I think, like, when your opponent has a weather or a terrain and you don't really have a way to contend with it, you have to basically outplay your opponent or outbuild your opponent to have a chance in the matchup. And so that's kind of what I see happening in that lineup there. Leezy, I know Leezy is playing in the All-Star bracket, but they mostly took over Shark's roster as a
last minute
replacement. So unfortunately, they haven't had a great season just because of the position they were thrust into. And you know, so I don't want to count them out, but it's a little bit, I think, unfair for Leezy to be, you know, say, oh, he's, you know, 0-6. It's like, well, kind of like we're thrust into an 0-6 position off the get-go. And as much as like having like a bunch of trade-ins when you take over a roster helps, this happened to me recently in PWC. Is I took over a roster immediately after draft day, pretty much, and I looked at the draft board and I was like, okay, I can try to cook something up, but I was like, after you know, making my trade-ins, I looked at the other teams, like, oh, I have an okay team, but everyone else has like all the broken things that are no longer left on the tier list, and so that can be like really frustrating to kind of come over with when you take over a roster mid-season.
Yeah, I've never. The only time I've ever taken over a roster was I took over the season I won the Stunfisk draft. I took over a team with one Pokemon drafted, and the draft was already over. But I don't think I've ever picked up something mid-season. I feel like that's just a disaster. Like, it's so difficult to win in that situation.
But I mean, that was like, I think, one of your most crowning achievement wins, I would say, because you
Oh, that team sucked.
Yeah, you constantly complained about how bad your team was and how you had to like, outbuild and outplay to win every game, even though your team was bad. So.
Oh, it was the best Pokemon I've ever played. I can tell you that. But I mean, it was my fastest Pokemon was Zapdos. Like there was 0 speed left on that draft board. It was abysmal to play.
Now the other thing about because this was in Stunfisk, the thing about Stunfisk is it's a league that doesn't know our community as well directly. Stunfisk and the best Pokemon ever played. Handshakes. Yeah.
Noted winner of the season before me, Goater 12.
Yeah. But the thing with Stunfisk is that a lot of us in All-Star have been playing each other for the past couple years, and so we know each other's like styles. We know the type of bullshit we get up to. Like, you know that Gensu's is going to bring 4 boots. When you're in Stunfisk and someone looks at your team and thinks it's bad, but doesn't know the player that is behind it, they're going to get, caught off guard by this type of stuff you're going to bring, right? So I think that's also a big factor to it, too, is when you play a player you don't know, there's a big surprise factor to it.
I'm a nightmare for people that don't. Guys, please, run full speed against me. Speed creep my stuff. I promise I run speed in my Pokemon. I'm not lying to you at all.
I don't know. I feel like this is a psyop, but Oh shoot, that's my alarm. Okay, it's 11:30. I'm gonna end stream, I think, here. Matt, thank you so much for being a wonderful guest. And I actually gotta do some business on the side because I got in trouble because of what you told me to do. So, boom. You owe me and Ethan a drink sometime at the pub this week or this month,
that's fair.
whatever.
All right.
But yeah, thank you so much, Matt. I'm gonna say my last little bit. Anything you want to say to the people before the last couple weeks of our NHL and NBA seasons?
Good. I mean, honestly, I'm looking forward to the finals. 2 teams that definitely deserve to be there, and I don't think either of the teams won. I joined the NBA or the NHL late, so I. Look, do you want me to go back to calling you Dondi? Like, you change your name too often, okay? Like, just like you, 14 million Showdown usernames. I give up. But no, I'm looking forward to watching the finals in the NHL and the playoff race across all the divisions in the NBA. I think.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about really the lower divisions. But I'll have to maybe reach out and check if anyone from Swarm or Hustle or even Truant is like, oh dang, I really wanted to see my replay analyzed.
Were any of them in the highlights? I didn't see any.
Dude, no one's been posting replays in the highlights recently. Like, literally last week was the only week I had like consistent people saying, hey, check out my replay. And so I checked this week and there was 2. They were both All-Star games. So, yeah. If you're watching stream, please make sure to post stuff in the highlights, or even just like DM me games, because if I have it in my DMs, I'll put it up. We had Sweet Sorrows send that game with Royce Nover earlier, so my game was a shit show. That's fair. Yeah, if you don't want people to see your game, I understand. We all have embarrassing moments. I really did not want to talk about my game against when I played Alfonso. I did not review my game on stream. I was very mad about that game. Your game was just the crit lippings. So, yeah, I understand if you don't want to, what went wrong and you don't want to talk about it anymore. I understand, there's only so much beating a man while he's down you can take, really. But, anyways, with that said, thank you so much, Matt. I'm just going to end the call and then talk a little bit more about my personal projects. So, thank you so much for coming
Cheers.
out. And let me make sure my stream's all good. Yeah, so, first of all, big shout-outs to Matt for joining. Also, big apology on my part to the NBA mod team. I may not have gotten in a bit of trouble. Haha, Ethan, so sorry. And in terms of me, I have some news. So I was talking to Mr. Sweet Sorrows in chat, and they're going to be really busy with a bunch of life stuff. And so the little YouTube race we had talked about, we will be putting off until May. But I am going to very soon, sometime this month, launch a edited YouTube channel, not just the VOD channel. So I'm gonna be starting the race even if they're not ready for it yet, because I really need to learn a lot of the video editing and stuff. What am I supposed to do until May? No, don't worry, don't worry. It will be coming soon. It will be coming this month. I just have to go and do the actual editing. Imagine joining YouTube videos. I know. Yeah, I'm literally getting a head start, and honestly, I'm gonna need it. So, yeah, so I'm gonna be working on some editing stuff in the background. Ideally making like 30-ish minute videos. I don't know. If you guys have any feedback, please harass me in whatever channels you feel appropriate. Just start it first, make it good later. Exactly. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing my Pokemon birthday stream last Friday. So there's some stuff from that I'm really hoping to clip together, edit together, because I really enjoyed. Do I have the photo of it? The tier list I made last time. So yeah. So yeah, that's coming soon. I made a whole bunch of clips actually from my most recent stream last Friday. So if you want to take a look at the haha funny moments, funny streamer. Oh, I only have a minute of attention span, so I'll take a look at this. There's a bunch of clips on my Twitch channel right now. Great clips like the barber shop. Yeah, dude. Oh, I need to get a dude. I need my haircut. Okay. So I need to go to the barber shop myself. And if you guys ever want to clip some during my stream, please do. I always love to see it. So yeah, so that's coming in the near future. Edits and clips. I know I've been talking on and off about this for the past little bit, but I finally have the basis down for when I do that. And I'm also hoping to have a more consistent schedule throughout all of March. I'm going to release a more formal graphic later this week with what exactly my schedule is going to look like. But yeah, a lot of projects I want to work on this month, and I really want to commit to the regular streaming. Marching onwards, yes. Literally marching onwards, yes. Yeah, like the month. Guys, I don't know if I get it. Can you explain the joke more? I don't think it makes... It's okay. Oh, it's okay. You can laugh. You know, I don't know you have the high enough IQ to understand my joke, but you should just laugh anyways, you know? Yeah, and I'm also really hoping to do some more collaborations with some other local community members. Shimmer doesn't know. Clueless. So shout out to everyone who came out to when I collabed with my close friends Anya and Vanille. I'll probably also be editing some stuff from that as well. So marching onwards is like going forward, but it's like the month March, and an extra layer is it's March right now. I don't. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's two Marches? There's only one March. It's. What? Anyways, yeah, Tele France. Is it March or? Oh my god, dude! I know. I feel like it was the start of February just like a minute ago, and I feel like I wasted so much time. But it doesn't matter. We're getting on this shit. We're getting the edits out, and we'll have some more consistent streaming coming up soon. Also, this Thursday, Slay the Spire 2 releases. I'm probably going to be streaming way too much of that. Hop on the hype train for it. So, if you want to come say I'm a bad gamer, come watch me play Slay the Spire 2. And Slay the Spire 2 also has co-op announced. So, I may or may not be harassing people. I may or may not be harassing the boys to run Slay the Spire with me. So if you wanna, you know, flex your defect skills on me, on stream, I will be looking for some Slay the Spire companions to help me out on the run. Yeah, dude, pondering my orbs, straight up pondering it. But yeah, we recently tried out the Slay the Spire the board game, which is very similar to how I believe the co-op is going to work in Slay the Spire 2. So I'm very excited to see how the game plays out because of how the board game treated it. I thought it was very well done in the board game. Yeah, and in terms of draft league content, the NBA will be going into playoffs in a couple weeks. The NHL is on the last week right now. So we'll be looking into some new Pokemon content coming as that wraps up. One of the things I have been meaning to do is play some ROM hacks, or different challenge modes of like Pokemon Emerald, for example. The one Pokemon game I've been really wanting to play, the fan game, Too Many Types and Mariomon, made by Sir Jacob Alfred himself. I've been a longtime fan of Alfred as content creator, and I really want to try his modded Pokemon versions. They've looked super cool. Play Yugi Duel? I would love to play Yugi Duel, but one, there's two similar games I already want to play, and two, I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, so when I see all these creatures, I'm like, this just looks like nonsense. So, you know, like I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and that's all I know. I don't know anything beyond that. So, we'll see. There's some other stuff I want to do, because I also wanted to play at one point XCOM, and yeah, I'm basically, the month of March is Just Do It March. We're just gonna do things, and we'll make it good over time. Pick the NHL emoji Obama so regardless of winter. Pokédex is written like a ridge. Okay, fair enough. W mindset. Thank you, Azzy. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. I'm so glad that the NBA has been, NBA and NHL. Shoutouts to Tulip as well, and some of the other amazing people in chat. But I really want to spread my wings and reach out. So I'm hopeful that you guys will be here along with me during my journey. Also, thank you for the follow, Blution. Thank you. We got our little Tobias dancing diff. There's a bunch of stuff for the stream I've been wanting to improve also. Just yesterday I was talking, me and my friends were experimenting with our little green screen back here. I know it's basically just been a backdrop to keep the crazy basement stuff out of scene. But I will be making the green screen actually functional in the near future, which actually reminds me. Here, let me give you guys a little jump scare on what we have been working on. We want to go studio mode. One second. You guys, I think you guys will like this. This one, okay, and we go like this. Yeah, and we go like this. Oh, it's doing it live. Okay, well, anyways, so yeah, so the green screen kind of works, but the shadows are inconsistent, just because of the lighting being a little bit inconsistent. But not only do we have the technology, we also have the curse technology. Yeah. What do you think of this? Oh, wait, I'm on a white background. Wait, that looks terrible. Yeah, we have the technology. I can be a floating head. So I have business. Okay, I need to get going. Thank you guys. I've lost plot. Oh my god. Yeah, so we'll turn that off for now, but the green screen will be functional in the near future. Creepypasta. So I may or may not be pulling out some shenanigans if I play Phasmo in the near future. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay. Jordan the killer. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna end stream. Jump scare Jordan. And I will see you guys later this week. Thank you.